And if a mantra or affirmation helps for you, you can declare, I am divinely and perfectly sourced, supplied, maintained, and sustained. I am perfectly and divinely sourced, supplied, maintained, and sustained. I am divinely perfectly supplied, sustained, sourced, and maintained. Allow for any divine insight or healing, all healings to take place by your willingness to receive. Let's create an atmosphere to allow all healing and transformation for your highest and best good. There's time to sink even deeper still into the center, the core of your core, the I am that each of you are. Infuse it. Allow it to become bigger and thicker and bolder and wider to serve you for your highest and best good. Let it make a way for us where we may not know or see a way. Continue to allow healings to take place, allow any transformations and demonstrations now to enter this divine and sacred knowingness. Anything and everything that may have blocked or hindered or deferred or denied or delayed your receipt for your good has no more power. Just see it vanquish, evaporate, eviscerate back to the nothingness from which it came. Just like a wave washes on to the shore, blessing and releasing it all. And now allow yourself to be taken back to the ocean of your good, divine source, to see what kind of next wave you become. Always for your good. Always for a higher good. you're willing, be willing to claim your good now. There's no delay, nothing to do, only to be. If a chant or a mantra assists you in any way, or an affirmation, just remind yourself, I proclaim my highest and best good now. I proclaim my highest and best good now. I claim and proclaim my highest and best good right here and right now. With this next inhalation, let's just allow for gratitude to fill every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber of our being. With the inhalation and with the exhalation, gratitude and gratitude. Gratitude for all the continuation of the healings and demonstrations. Gratitude for all the divine insight and revelation. Gratitude for all the transformation and demonstrations that continue to pour forth for your highest and best good. With our next inhalation, we become more aware of our place within the sanctuary. Wherever you're watching remotely, you become aware of what's supporting you if you're sitting. You may want to gently just swipe your feet against the ground, bringing yourself back to the physical body. You may want to just gently tap the fingertips together. And again, with an inhalation of gratitude and an exhalation of even more gratitude, just gently allow for the outer eyelids to open if they're not already open, becoming aware of the temperature, one another, the music you hear on the piano. Bringing yourself all the way back, fully present to this moment, fully restored and revitalized, refreshed, made new, repurposed on purpose. We created a field of plenitude now in the sanctuary so that all who enter may receive their own individualized blessing and insight, revelation and transformation. And this concludes the meditation portion of today's service. To each of you, I'm deeply and profoundly thankful and grateful. Namaste.
think of the person next to you. Think God loves you and I love you too. And feel that love in the sanctuary. And in your mind repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. Name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. Morning, everybody. Thank you, Mark. Take a look at the person sitting next to you. Say, I recognize the God in you. And feel that love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. Come together. Come together. Come together. In the name of love. Come together. Come together. Come together. In the name of love. From every walk of life, every creed or color, in kinship we unite. In honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say namaste, I bow to you. And feel that love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound like hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet now. In everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, one big family. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I am giving the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Woo! Thank you, Al. What a beautiful blessing that was. Always is. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our spiritual center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary, and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and watch remotely on YouTube. My name is Ellen, and it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all the spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand. Yes? Anybody? You're all new in spirit. And allow us to properly greet you. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so you may participate more fully. Thank you.
Just relax. Hear your heartbeat. Feel the movement and the quiet and the still. Take a breath. Release it slowly. There is nothing here to do, no need to fill. Every moment's just a fantasy of our own device. It's gone in the twinkling of an eye. Every memory is just make-believe, the stuff of hopes and fears that we've chosen to enshrine. I wonder why. Be at peace for a moment. For a moment's all we have. It's all we have and ever will.
And so I invite us to breathe together. We breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. With our exhalation, just release and surrender all that no longer serves you for your highest and best good. Just let it go. Let it go through the exhalation. Let it go through the soles of your feet back to Gaia, Mother Earth, to recycle, repurpose, restore, refresh, make new. And once again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. With our exhalation, release and surrender all that does not match, all that is divine and holy. Just let it go. Bless and release, bless and release, bless and release all that it took for you to be here, right here and right now in this present moment. And once again, as we breathe in together, we're reminded that all that is divine, all that is sacred, all that is holy is always within our very breath. It's nearer to us than our own hands and feet. It's here for us to serve us in, through, and as every organ, action, function, cell, and fiber, atom, molecule of our beingness. It awaits for us to allow it to have even more of its full sway in, through, and as our very life. And so today I'm inviting each of us and all of us to unite with it in this unification, in this field of oneness, where we allow for everything that Spirit is, everything that God is, all the good that is awaiting for us to receive, to be made ours right here and right now. Are you willing to proclaim that and declare that about and for yourself this day? If you are, just say yes. Yes, I am the beloved in whom Spirit is well pleased. I am the beloved in whom Spirit is well pleased. This is the truth. This is the platform from which I speak my word about this service, naming it good and very good, naming it holy, naming it divine, naming it a sacred place for each of us and all of us to express ourselves fully to our highest divine potentiality. And so, as we always do, we speak a word of blessing for all those who have called our prayer ministry. We start with ourselves, so I'm inviting you to say your own name right here and right now in the sanctuary space, Brother Mark. And now, if you would say the names of anyone that you're holding in your heart for prayer this day, about prayer. Let's say those names. Grace and Torres, Chitjian family, Chitjian family, Gomez family, the kids, Elijah, Sophia, Gabe, Zach and Clayton and Haley, Nation and Blessed Baby, and Bonnie, Dennis, Carla, Bakla Baba, Naomi, Great Real Estate. We're going to send it down love and supply and source energy to Gigi, to Derek, the remembering our centers in Ukraine right here and right now, blessing Ludmila, blessing the upcoming workshop from Anastasia, blessing Olga, blessing all the work they do. And we speak a word now about peace, peace that is missing in some areas of the world. We're going to call it forth into manifestation now. We're going to declare it. So first, find the peace that is within you, the highest idea of peace that's within you. Anchor to that. And then we're going to together anchor this idea and this energetic of peace throughout the double doors of the sanctuary, throughout the rooftop of the church building. If you speak any other languages, just say the word peace out loud in the sanctuary space. We send this energetic now throughout the city. Send it throughout the entirety now of California. Send it now throughout all the states in the United States where there's conflict, struggle, or strife. Just see peace now, that highest idea of peace. Transform and transmute all lower frequencies and vibrations. See it now past the galaxies and the stars and the sky. See now it past the oceans to all those places around the world that are in need of peace right now, the peace that passes human understanding. See it in the Gaza Strip, see it in the Sudan, see it in Armenia, see it in Ukraine. See every city, village, and town in Ukraine now in a hermetic peace shield, border to border, north to south, east to west. See it in all areas in the Middle East. See it in any area, named or unnamed. Spirit knows exactly where these areas are, and see peace prevail. Join me in the feeling tone of what that is. There's an isness and a calmness. There's a sweetness. Just call it forth. Join with me in seeing and declaring that anything that's a lower frequency and vibration has no more power and dissipates back to the nothingness from which it came and is instead replaced with this truth, that peace prevails. It's a spiritual truth. It's a spiritual right for all sentient beings, and I'm declaring it and affirming it and proclaiming it with 2 or 3 or more gathered, and we have connected now to every other place, every other church, temple, synagogue, mosque, anywhere, any teaching center of spiritual truth where peace is affirmed, declared, and proclaimed. We have now trillions and trillions of units of peace energy. And this highest energy always takes in and transmutes the lowest forms and frequencies into peace itself. See that happening in your mind's eye. Join me in seeing world leaders change their minds and policy positions authentically so about peace now, with no explanation wanted nor needed. Some may call it a miracle, and in spirit it's ordinary. So I'm calling it forth, inviting you to declare and affirm peace, peace, peace with me right here and right now. Let's just take a moment to feel what that feels like together. It's almost like invisibly we're holding hands with the entirety of the world, all sentient beings. Imagine all needs met. This is how Spirit operates in truth. All needs met, all the time, every single time. And so feeling good about the word spoken, I bless the rest of our service. I bless David in the sound booth, our magnificent Al Yankee, our musical inspiration. Blessing the prayer workshop that's going to happen this day. Blessing the meeting that takes place after for our annual congregational meeting. Blessing all those who came early, Barbara, Eileen, Holly to set up, Jean, Josh. Make sure the sanctuary is perfect for everybody, as perfect as it can be. And I'm going to proclaim it all good and very good. See that everything's in order and in harmony despite circumstance and appearance. We're going to see today with holy eyes, with divine sight. So we're going to learn today to see even more past circumstance or appearance to the divine isness that is always happening. I let it be and invite you together with a grateful heart to say with me, and so it is. Amen. And Ellen's going to come up for the reading. Is it going to be your reading, yeah?
Correct.
All right.
Good morning again. This is something I wrote a few years back, and it's short, but I think it packs a punch. Hope you like it. We are so capable of manifesting creative intelligence in our lives. We can organize things and be practical while we experience the most fundamental aspects of being in the form of art and the humanities, this beingness. Co-creation is one of our most precious gifts on this earth. Jesus or Buddha or Krishna did not descend from on high to build this house or this church that we are in. We human beings built it ourselves with their anointing and blessing. What inspires you? What engages all your senses and alleviates any stresses or doubts or fears as you partake in that passion's expression? Trust that what is unfolding is a manifestation of your desires. If something feels off, trust that your internal navigation system will course correct in divine timing. Always look to your angels for guidance. How can you more boldly and courageously pursue those dreams with a sound vision in mind of what you want to create in this world? Thank you.
What was that last line? How can you more boldly, one more time?
How can you more boldly and courageously pursue those dreams with a sound vision in mind of what you want to create?
Nice. Well, one thing that can help us pursue our dreams, as Ellen alluded to, is realizing that we're all in this together. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When I'm alone and I'm searching, hungering for answers in my time, balanced at the brink of wisdom and impatient to receive a sign, I ask of all who came before me, please band together and be my guides. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain. We're swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, binding intuition in head and heart, I'm gathering tools together, preparing to do my part. I move forward with my senses open and move inward where the Spirit abides. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. But when we get there, we'll discover all the gifts that we've been given to share have been with us since the beginning, and we never noticed they were there. Sometimes we balance at the brink of wisdom, thinking that we need to hold on tight, but releasing in sweet surrender gets us swimming to the other side. We're all living neath the great Big Dipper. We're all washed by the very same rain, swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We're all leaping through the waves of fortune, cherishing the beings that we swim beside, all engaged in one endeavor, one in spirit, one together, one in love and one forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Yankee. All right, thank you, Al. That was beautiful. Some people were actually swimming in the back. Did you see it? So how is everybody this morning? Are you good? Welcome. Look who's here. A special guest appearance. Nah, don't leave. With a fresh haircut, looking fantastic. Good morning, everybody. My name's Brother Mark. I'm a practitioner emeritus in the science of mind. And that means 20 or more years of teaching and working in science and mind-based centers. I started classes in 1996 and graduated in 2000 in the teachings of science and mind, and have been working in various centers since then. So today's one of my favorite talk titles and topics. I hope you have it in the bulletins, the affirmations, and it's on the wall. You can take a picture with your cell phone, and there's handouts. We're going to have the opportunity to create 5-step affirmative prayer today, right while we're here during service. And so there's pens that are being handed around. It's okay if you don't look up the whole time. I want you to be able to immerse yourself in the material and then also take an extra set home. Then what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you want me to take a look at the prayer that you've created, I'm happy to do that. I can take either a picture from my cell phone of it, and then we can talk about it together if you want. It's optional. But the main thing is that when we're doing prayer, it's the feeling tone that you're putting in the prayer. So today's actually a working workshop during service. And I have some notes. So while you're getting all the materials ready, let me go to some of the notes. Holmes said, the answer to the prayer is in the prayer. And then, I'm not sure where David went, but he said that the answer to the prayer, okay, here he is. So what we'll do is we're going to play that, just the video number 1, just when you're ready. But let me just talk a little bit more about these quotes. The answer to the prayer is in the prayer. And a prayer is a movement of thought within the mind of the one praying, along a definite line of meditation that is for a specific purpose. We do not will things to be done. Things are brought into being not by will, but by the power of the self-assertive truth. Are you guys following me a little? I know we're looking for material, but I want to make sure that if you have a question out there too, today we're going to ask the question. So if you have a question, just put your hand up. We're going to get a mic to you, and we're going to hear what your question is and go from there. To me, it's also important that you prepare yourself with some stillness or silence. Some call it centering before we pray. And this will provide your mind space to allow for divine wisdom to reach you easily, with ease and with grace. So there's a quote by Roy Bennett, which I like, The Light in the Heart. It says, instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. And that matches the reading that was done so beautifully by Ellen. And now we have a video, because you may have heard this before. I know I've said it many times, but you're aware of the power of the I am statements, right? So there's a very brief video. David's going to go ahead and play it, and then we're going to go into more. practice a little bit of affirmations. You remember the magic mirror? I'm passing it around. And if you're willing, just come up with an I am statement about yourself to yourself. Are you willing? I am something.
Just to me. I am healed.
I am healed. Beautiful. Do you want to try one? Can we do one about you? I am magnificent.
I am magnificent.
I'm skilled.
I am skilled. Yes.
I am wise.
Yes. I am beautiful. I am
Blessed.
blessed.
I am fearless.
Oh, I almost dropped the mic.
I am fearless.
I love it.
I am energetic.
Yes.
I am of service.
Wow.
I am grateful.
I am fantastic.
I am fantastico. Are you? Do you want to do? David's hiding.
I am speaking for my wife and me, and we are here.
I am here. Did you want to do?
I am present.
Now do one like Bernie Sanders.
I am 1% present.
He is the top 1% of the 1%.
Desmond.
Did you hear Desmond? He said, I am.
Enough.
Did you see yourself? Ah, I am.
I am free.
I am free. Fantastic.
I am courageous.
I am courageous. Doesn't that feel good? All right, now I'm going to pass a mirror to the tables. You guys can do this. And then when you're done with your table, just do it to yourselves and then pass it to the next table. Does that sound like fun? All right. And you can adjust your makeup in the mirror as well if you want. Do you see where we're going with this? Do you see where we're going with this? We have to be willing to look within ourselves. We have to be willing to do an inventory of what it is that we have and what it is that we want to create. There's some amazing quotes that I want to share before we go into the 5 steps. One is from this thing called Life, page 114. How necessary it is not to attach to our problems to divine mind, but to unite the divine mind with the answer to the problem. This means that we rearrange our thinking in such a way that we permit new ideas to flow in. The ideas, fears, and tensions that obstructed this flow are then released. The stream flows free again. God is the answer to every human problem. And you can substitute the word God with whatever you want. Spirit, source, universe, mother, father, whatever. Does that make sense? Are you guys with me so far? All right, another quote. This is from Charles Fillmore. The starting point of our reformation is in the mind. We must begin to handle situations mentally at first as we proceed to do away with thought limitations. Surrounding conditions will gradually change, and we will find ourselves seeing, as a result of our efforts, to do the will of the one supreme mind. Is everybody with me? So we're connecting, we're emptying what we think we should have, and we're allowing the highest and best good to come forth. So I think of this as like a spiritual surprise. You want to make sure and declare that it's going to be for your highest and best good right here, right now, on your soul's journey and your evolution. We don't need to create everything. We don't need to create especially the things that we don't really want. We want to move into the isness, the feeling tone of our answered prayer. And when we're speaking our prayers, we want to speak them with a passion that we've already received them. And then we just move out of the way to allow that energetic to have its full sway. It will happen. In our teaching symbol, it's seed, soil, plant, spirit, soul, body. And we've gone over this for weeks now, that the middle is that subconscious or unconscious mind where we can weed that. It's gonna take place. So if there's deep and latent false thoughts or ideas or old tapes that you've received as true about yourself, it's your time to weed those out of that subconscious, because that is what will create. It's a spiritual law of creation. All right, I know it's kind of heady today because we're doing the workshop with it. But I want to answer this question. And does everybody have the handouts on what is like a spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer? And then you have a blank one, right, where you can write. So affirmative prayer declares a spiritual truth. Okay, we're not begging, we're not beseeching, we're declaring. It's a recognition of the spirit, the omniscience of spirit, of the omnipotence, of the omnipresence. And it's a realization of humanity's unity with spirit. It's a powerful method for setting the creative process into motion. It's direct, focused, organized, and we use 5 steps to create a desired outcome. Now we're going to do it today in the 5 steps, and I want you to know sometimes in your life, sometimes all you got to do is go like a shortcut, right, to knowing that you and spirit, or you and God, you and the divine are one, and then with a grateful heart you just allow it to be. But I do think the 5 steps, the reason Holmes had 5 steps, because he said it works. It's a mixture of science, philosophy, and the spiritual truths of all the great religions. That's what created the Science of Mind textbook 100 years ago. Are you ready to get going on this? Yes. Let's do it together. Let's see. All right, so you have your handouts, you have your blank pages, and you want to use words that are comfortable to you and that mean something to you, right? So the first step is recognition. What's that? I'm sorry, that's correct. Purpose. Let's start with purpose. I'm adding a step. Like, what are we praying about? So find out what it is you're praying about. Remember, we're never praying for it, we're praying about it. Because the answered prayer is already happening somewhere in the absolute. It's already happening. We're just doing a spiritual chiropractic to get to it. So let's take an example. If we're praying about abundance, then I might say something like, divine source is my CFO. You know, I might say something like, God is my accountant, my CPA. Spirit is my CFO, and I am willing to receive my expected and unexpected good to the overflow. That's an example. So the purpose is, the way you get to a purpose is usually it's the opposite of what you're praying about. Not always, sometimes. So if anybody needs help with the purpose, just raise your hand and I'll come around. Then we go to recognition. It's an important step where we're taking that stillness, we're going to be centered. We might have some silence, we might have some soft music or silence, whatever works for you. You create a safe space for yourself to not be interrupted. You're going to find the more you do this, if you have animals in your house, they're going to come to you because they love that meditative energy. Whenever I'm on the calls with Ukraine and Snowball's around, he always comes around to hear the different languages. He thinks the people on Zoom are in the house. And then other people who have animals in their house on Zoom, you always see the cats walking across the lady's desk, or the dogs come because they want the energy, this good energy, to happen. So recognition is to give our minds conscious awareness of the infinite creative power of the universe. And this is from James Daly. I saw a Facebook post. He says, I know that there's one mind and creative energy that is spread equally across the universe. It is constantly creating and expanding. In recognition, there's one life. That life is God's life. There's also I think it was in Riverside Church, they used to say, there's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And they did that over and over as like a chant. Let's try to see how that feels. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. And even just saying that or getting in the feeling tone of that takes us to 1 and 2. We already got recognition, and then we're saying that life is my life now brings us into step 2, which is unification. So I'm going to read a little more about recognition. You want to make it clear and personal to you that Spirit, the universe, Allah, Buddha, infinite mind, the one, the force, light, or any other term that is real to you, it's your prayer. So make it real to you, and you begin recognizing that there's only this one power, this one life. You know that infinite Spirit is the creator of the universe, and that you recognize this one as the power and presence and the love of all that is. And then you want to try to feel that truth in your heart. It's very important that when you're going through any of the steps, you're only doing it for you. So whatever you need to say to convince yourself is all that matters. And whether you say it out loud, or whether you say it silently and crying and weeping in the secret place of the Most High, it matters not. It will be heard. Is everybody pretty okay with recognition? Anybody need help on purpose or recognition? All right. So we did that affirmation, that declaration that's done as a chant. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. So now we're in unification, where you're declaring and affirming that the same life that is in the divine is in me right here and right now. Can everybody be with that? Okay, if not, you work on it and you get to statements that unify with it. I go a little further. Sometimes I say things like, that this unity, this oneness, this unification is the platform from which I speak my word. I say that a lot. And the more you practice prayer, the more you'll be able to come up with something that works for you, for unification. So remember, it's the subconscious mind, right? That this garden, seed, soil, plant, spirit, soul, body, it's the subconscious that we're working with. So whatever resonates with us to correct what's going to grow into, going to take place into manifest form, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is you need to say to yourself. And that includes sometimes the use of denials. This is the old-fashioned way that this was taught. Before I walk into a hospital room, I have to really center myself, because the person that I'm going to see, if they're not able to speak and they're hooked up on the tubes, they're still, catch me now, they're still divinely whole, complete, and perfect, with nothing missing, lacking, needing, nor wanting. So when I walk in that space, I have to know and see with holy eyes, with divine rights, seeing beyond circumstance or appearance, to the wholeness and the holiness and the divinity that's lying in the bed, hooked up however they're hooked up. Does that make sense? Not quite yet. So we can know that despite circumstance or appearance, there's a place within each of us that has never been up for grabs. It can never be hurt, harmed, or endangered in any way. that life is eternal. Like you find your own beliefs. I'm just saying some of the things that I believe, some of the things that we teach, but you don't have to agree with anything that I'm saying. If life is eternal, who is it for me to say that staying here is better than leaving the body that we occupy? Because if our spirit is eternal, and I'm only praying about the highest and best good for the individual that's called me to prayer, whether they, let's say in a movie, come out of a coma, which is possible, or release the physical body that they wear, it no longer serves them. I'm only praying about the highest and best good and seeing the divinity and wholeness despite what I might see. Does that make sense? So now that we go to a kind of a dramatic example like that, we can use this in all of our daily lives, whether it's I get fired from a job or I don't get called to work a shift. I haven't been called to work a job since I emailed December 30th saying I'm available. What's today? But I didn't go into like too much panic. I was kind of liking not working. I'm like, are you ever going to read your email? But I didn't send him a question mark. So I'm just in a divine flow of another way. I've already got other things happening. The way that divine works is you just proclaim your good and that abundance and work and cash and money shall flow. And so other things that haven't happened for a while are starting to happen where I gotta be a realtor again for residential real estate, and that's kind of cool. I've done that over 20 years. So do you see what I'm saying? So we found an example that was kind of deep, right? Like walking into a room, but you want to, before you walk into that space, you know what you might see there, right? So you're anchoring yourself in the divinity that you are and only seeing the divinity that person is. Does that make sense? And if you need, okay, watch. So if you need to leave the space, leave the space. If you don't feel good about going in the space, don't go in the space. You have that right. Okay, I want to try to make, this is very important, so I'm going to spend another minute on it. If we're called to some drama, if you're not prepared to at least be neutral to the drama, I don't know that it's going to be very helpful in the situation. So I was just giving an example where I was called to a room where the person was unresponsive. I've even spent the night with my brother before he passed, my younger brother, where he was in the hospital at Hogue in Newport Beach from October to the first week of January, like several years ago, and then he survived, and then he passed at home. I mean, later. But he survived. I mean, and they can leave you open if they keep having to resuscitate you. They can just put something over where they don't have to keep cutting you. I didn't know that, did you? They just had like some kind of a mat or something where you couldn't move it and you couldn't put your hand in. So to be in that space, you have to see beyond the circumstance or appearance to the wholeness and divine health and perfection that is the order of the day always about that person. I know I'm using a dramatic example. You can think of Lifetime movies where somebody may be in a coma and then they wake up, right? Or the doctors say they'll never talk again, they'll never walk again, and then they become the magnificent, skilled, divinely skilled person that they are. It's not for us to say. In our prayer, we just want to see them for their highest potentiality, whole, complete, and perfect, nothing missing, lacking, needing, or wanting. And the reason that I'm going to a dramatic thing is so that we could say, okay, I lost my job or I didn't get called for a shift. Okay, so I'm having some trouble in my marriage or my romantic relationship. Okay, let me be with that. And some of the things you want to be with to experience so you can actually experience them authentically and fully, and then fully release any trauma or drama or all that and allow that to heal so that then you could get to the divine that's beyond it. If you want to create another relationship, a marriage, or whatever it is, it's never too late by your willingness to participate in the energy that's what you wish to create. What other examples? If you want divine right housing, you take the steps for divine right housing. You got to see yourself as housed. You got to see yourself as working. You got to see yourself, you got to step into the answer of your prayer. Does this make sense to people so far? Is there anything that anybody wants to talk about before we keep going? We got purpose. We got the recognition step, right? Everybody has it? We got the unification step, right? I am one with it. All right. Then this is my favorite step. Let me make sure I got all the other notes out first. So there's a quote from Holmes, this thing called You, page 8, and I think I should read it now. You are an individual ever awakening to greater potentiality. Life made you out of itself and implanted a unique something within you. Every urge that you have is to rise up in an echo from a deep within, which is forever proclaiming, behold, I make all things whole or new. Scripture would say new. In Holmes, it would say whole. Okay, now you ready for realization? This is kind of awesome. You ready for it? Yes. All right. And I brought some other quotes because I think it's good to have different perspectives from just what I'm saying. This is from Eric Butterworth, The Creative Life, page 7. You and God are inextricably linked in a mission of co-creation. Even as a wave is the ocean expressing as a wave, so you are the allness of God expressing as you. So let's say to ourselves as an affirmation, I am the allness of God expressing as me. Expressing as me. All right, pass that mirror. Somebody grab that mirror and say it to yourself. Say it to your table and then pass it. I am the allness of God expressing as me. Nobody did it. I am the allness of God expressing as me. Are you? I am the allness of God expressing as me. All right, Ken, and now it's your turn. And watch the hand motions of Jean. I am the allness of God expressing as me. I am the allness of God expressing as me. I am the allness of God expressing as me. I am the allness of God expressing as me. Beautiful. Let's leave this here. You guys can pass. And then if you want to pass it again, you can. Does everybody catch that? All right. I am the allness of God expressing as me. So now, beautiful. Thank you so much for saying that out loud. You know what? In prayer, sometimes it's very powerful. I was taught this, that we need to let our solar plexus hear this. You know, sometimes people are shy. They don't want to say or declare out loud what they want to create. I think it still works, and I think it works even more powerfully, however it is powerful to you. So for some people, they have to yell and scream, right, and declare and proclaim. But it's just as good as if you're on the ground, like feeling defeated, but your prayer is real and authentic and 100%, like you believe it 100%. It doesn't matter to me if it's silent or in the tears or in the ugly cry. Are you with me? All right, so now that you know that you're the allness of God expressing as you, realization is the place where you state the truths that you know about ourselves, and it's creative energy. It's the creative energy within me. The wholeness and well-being are the part of who I am. The energies of peace, love, compassion, understanding flow through me. Everything needed for my perfect unfoldment in this form is already encoded within me. I'm simply providing the mental perfect environment for my life to be fulfilled. That came from James Daly in a little post, and I liked it. From our notes on realization, if you have all God qualities or all the qualities of the universe or spirit, what is it you're choosing that day? Declare them all. Declare anything that's meaningful to you for the prayer. All the tools, all the spiritual truths are yours in the toolbox. These are divine qualities inherent within you that you want to become more conscious of. We're just doing that spiritual chiropractic. We're only doing an adjustment, right? We're just clicking to the divine health and wholeness. We're just clicking to the abundance and wealth and divine right employment and divine right housing, where everything is whole, complete, perfect. Nothing missing, lacking, needing, or wanting. All needs met. Imagine just for a moment what it would be like to just have all of your needs met. Can we breathe that in together? Let's take that in for a moment. All of your needs are met. Let's breathe that in. Just say it. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. Now let's feel that for a moment. And see, then we become a magnet. You're like an energetic magnet. So all the needs that are met for your highest and best good, you only want the ones that are for your highest and best good, right here, right now. It's very important to always have this caveat. They must be for my highest and best good. Just say, they must be for my highest and best good. Right here, right now, on my soul's evolution. That one really, I'm really going to stick to leaving that in your prayer work. Because when I was going through classes, I started to create all the things that I didn't want, but you're a powerful person. You could create sometimes anything. So I was kind of like Tabitha in Bewitched. If you haven't seen that, go on MeTV or one of those things and watch a Bewitched episode with Tabitha, where she read a book. It was a children's book, and she could blink in all the characters to be in her bedroom from the book. Isn't that cool? All right. So you're that powerful. Just know that. So realization. Let's get into that a little bit. These are the divine qualities inherent within you. We just want to see them. We use the word demonstrate, manifest, right? We use transformation. We want to see them come into form, into the body of our affairs. So you may say something like, I know that the divine qualities of peace, I know the divine qualities of power, plenty, and wisdom are already within me. I embrace them now. Or all that God is, I am. I step forth into my true divinity, saying yes to my prosperity, guidance, order, harmony, health, love, whatever it is we're praying about. There's another quote from Holmes from page 67, Help for Today. It says, Spirit, which is the creative life principle, is forever flowing through us, but we have been given the power or right to impede or stop its progress in ourselves. We can tie a cord tightly around our arm and so inhibit the circulation of blood that congestion, stagnation, infection will follow. And in a like manner, through our thinking processes, our ideas and our convictions, we can use the tourniquets of negative thoughts and block the flow of the creative life through us. So why would we ever want to do that? So in this prayer, in this step, in realization, we're going to say, that's why you hear me say so many times from up here. Do you hear me said it twice today, I think, that anything and everything that has heretofore blocked or hindered, deferred, denied, or delayed my good from coming forth, it has no more power. And then you see it in your mind's eye, vanquish, dissipate, disappear, disintegrate back to the nothingness from which it came. You can see it go like from a wave that comes up on the shore back to the ocean, right? And then it can be whatever it is new. Is everybody still with me? All right. Any questions out loud that you want to say so far? Okay, Ellen?
Do you remember the acronym, Are You Ready to Receive?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So that helps you do the 5 steps is are you ready to receive? R for recognition, U for unification, R for realization, are you ready? 2 is the thanksgiving step, and receive is the release. Very good. That's how we were taught this as a shortcut. Are you ready to receive? Very good. So now we're in this realization step. This is kind of an important step to me because you know you have free will, right? Does everybody know that you have free will? So basically, I've seen this in my mind's eye. in a couple of ways. I've seen an app that I can create on my cell phone where I just scan Phil's head or Noni's head or Antoinette's head and see how much when you spoke your word did you really believe it. Like how much, so I could go to Jean, I could go to Barbara, I could go to Audrey, I could go to Ellen, Josh, Ed, Ken, anybody. I could just scan over your third eye and I know you spoke your prayer and it'll say 37%. Or it'll say 100%. Now when you're at 100%, that's the principle of mental equivalence where it will be in form. It's going to be in the body of your affairs. You're going to know when your prayer worked, right? Because it's answered. And it might be answered better than you even asked it. Are you with me? Yeah. Let's allow in our prayer work to make it be so much better than we thought. We don't want to outline our prayers. Like if I'm praying about abundance, I don't need to say it's $10,000 or $100,000. What if it needs to be $1 million? What if it's $10 million? What if it's $1 billion? What if it's even more?
This or something
Yes,
greater.
right. So they're the dollars, if they're watching, would always say this or something greater. Ellen pointed that out. Very good. We don't want to outline in our prayer. You want to be open and receptive. You want to be an outlet for your good and in its allness. Why, like a lot of times, like if I had a thimble, does everybody know what a thimble is? Or is that what they use for sewing, that little teeny thing over your thumb? Am I going to my realization step for my good with the thimble, or am I going like that? Let's just go like that. And while we're doing the blessing for one thing, I think it can unleash blessings for all the other things. Because you can always use words like, whether it's known or unknown, I like to be healed. I'm proclaiming my healing, health, and wholeness. That means, right, that I'm talking to my organs, I'm talking to my cells and my molecules and the atoms of my beingness, and I'm saying, if there's something not right, I'm looking for it to be made right. I don't need a bunch of drama about it. I already got some of the tests I really, like, I couldn't believe I took that test. People that knew what that test was wouldn't tell me what it was going to hurt like or be like or recover from, just to know that I didn't have whatever. Nobody can give you, in this work, you decide which diagnosis you're going to keep. And the prognosis is always eternal health and wholeness and divinity and goodness. And we say, if you take treatments, take the treatments. If you take herbs, bless the herbs. If you take food, bless the food. We turn the cake into broccoli before we eat it. If you're going to take something, bless it and proclaim it for your highest and best good. And know that your body is so smart that you can take in everything needed for your highest and best good and eliminate all that's no longer needed. So we do a perfect elimination, perfect assimilation. I think you should write that one down. Perfect assimilation, perfect elimination. All right, and we're almost done. I know we went a little over time. Is this helpful to go in detail? Are you feeling comfortable with purpose, recognition, unification? Are you comfortable with this idea of realization? Okay. And you're not begging, we're not beseeching. We're not going to be forgiven if we do a mantra or a chant. It doesn't work like that. The divine power is within you to release, to accept. I think Spirit is always awaiting your permission to impress, so it can impress itself upon us in a bigger way. Does that make sense? So you can, it doesn't matter to me if we pray on our knees or in the closet or crying or silent or loud. You have to feel it. We want to step into the answered prayer. This is where we're going now with the next step, which is thanksgiving. You can call it gratitude or thanksgiving. We call it thanksgiving. But it's this idea that you're having a grateful heart about this. Somehow just find gratitude. Like for the ability to speak my word and to make it manifest law, I'm grateful. That sounded pretty good. The more you do this, the more you practice, the more you're going to surprise yourself at your power and your beauty and your grace, because you're going to say things Once you're connected to the highest idea of yourself, you're going to say things that you never thought would come out of your mouth. Did everybody just hear what I said? Then you know you're doing it right, because it's coming from the highest consciousness. It's coming from the highest spirit. It's connected to you. So this idea of Thanksgiving, an attitude of gratitude, knowing that it's already done. This is the key. It's already done in the mind of spirit of God. You may say something like, I'm so grateful for the revelation of this spiritual truth that is my life. It's with great gratitude that I accept this transformation, this healing, this consciousness for myself. Or I'm grateful for my perfect health. I'm grateful for my divine perfect health. Let's say that together. I am grateful for my divine perfect health and absolute wholeness. This is the truth. Just this is the truth about me. Can you say that? Yes. All right, there's Thanksgiving. Remember to feel the gratitude. It's interesting. One of the most powerful practitioners on the Ukraine meditations is Galina. She's a translator. And she always says, feel it. She always says, feel it. So you want to feel the gratitude. And then you're going to let it be. The release step. Are you ready to go to it? This is where you don't humanly necessarily know how the desires are going to be fulfilled. You're turning over the power now to the spoken word that you gave. The release step is to let go and let spirit or let God. You're turning your affirmative declaration into infinite love, spirit, the allness that God is. And every step, because as long as you hold on to it, nothing can take place. So look, it's very important that each step along the 5 steps that you don't hold on to it. You're releasing it. You're letting them all go in this final phase. Because if you hold on to it, it's like overwatering a little seedling. It's going to drown. It's never going to be able to work because you never released it to the law of life that always says yes. You have to release your prayer to the universal yes. The yes always says back to you, yes, yes, yes. You are the beloved in whom I am well pleased. Don't hold on to any of the steps and say what you need until they're all done. You may want to simply say, I release, I let go, I let spirit do its perfect work, or I trust the universe to provide for me. It is done. It is so. Ashe. Rosemary would say, aho. Does that make sense? All right, so did everybody get a little bit of a prayer written or done? Does anybody want to share a prayer that was written or done? Okay, come on up. And then what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna set out. Here, go ahead and do that, and then I'll say what I'm gonna do. There's a microphone up here too. Here you go.
You want me to read?
I want you to
the purpose and then
everything,
and then 1 through 5
all the steps. Yep.
I got it. Is that right? For my purpose, I wrote to get clarity, guidance needed to help me, my loved ones, and those best helped around me.
And those that what?
That are best helped around me.
Okay.
And then for recognition, I put, I know the answers and knowledgeable guidance is out there waiting for me to tap into it.
Okay.
And for unification, I wrote, I recognize we're all able to receive guidance and instruction from the universal spirit. And for realization, I wrote, I realize we all have the power to connect with the spirit and to get help or guidance or knowledge for our highest and best good.
Okay.
And for Thanksgiving, I put, I'm grateful for the guidance and angelic help I've received so far, and thankful I'm able to continue to receive and give thanks and to give back.
All right. And is that the end?
Release is at the end.
What's the end?
And I put, I release and let go and trust the universe to help me and provide help and knowledge for me and others around me.
Okay, good. So I'm gonna stay there. Am I allowed to give
Sure.
some? Okay. So I would the prayer is has to be a more personal. Like from the first two steps, it's not about we or something outside me. It's for me, and I'll come and do that with you. But let's see how that goes. Read the first line again.
The purpose or the
Yeah.
recognition?
No, not the purpose. The other one.
The recognition?
Recognition.
So I know the answers and knowledgeable guidance is out there and waiting for me to tap into it.
Okay, me, right. So I'm tapping into that now, the omniscience or omnipresence. That's for the highest and best good. Yes, good. What's the next one?
And I said, I recognize that, and I said, we are all able
Right.
to.
So we don't know what somebody else. Right.
Yeah,
So we
I
we just know
recognize
it's
that-
only for us.
Yeah,
That's
that
all.
I am able to receive
There we go.
guidance and instruction from the universal spirit.
And then Al says,
Are you?
"Are you?"
I am.
Okay, so that's the way. So it's everything is I. You did perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So does everybody get it? It's whatever I need to say to myself to convince myself of what it is that I'm praying about. Does that make sense? It can include denials, like we talked about. That when I walk into this room and see my brother or a loved one or somebody hooked up, they are not the machines that are keeping them alive. They are the Spirit of the living God that will keep them alive despite any artificial means. That their life is eternal. That their life is on purpose. That they're whole, complete, and perfect, nothing missing, lacking, needing, or wanting. And even calling forth good, even calling forth joy, even calling forth mercy, even calling forth for healing, health, and wholeness, for crooked pathways to be made straight again, for Spirit to make a way where I may not know the way. That's for my highest and best good. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Does everybody get it? All right, so I'm going to put down on the steps a bunch of prayers that I had written. And if you want to take pictures with your phones, you can. There's no right or wrong way to do a prayer. I would love, if you're willing to share your prayers, I would like to take what you wrote and work with you individually too to see if I can help offer some suggestion to even make them more powerful, if that's up to you. It's optional. And then we're going to close the service because I went a little overtime. So let's see how we're going to do that. We're going to do how I normally do it with a reading. It's short. It was on Facebook. You know I like to pull from Facebook, right? And there were some wisdom teachings from Islam. It says, you think you're a small entity, but within you is enfolded the entire universe. This was from somebody who's the son-in-law of the Prophet Muhammad. Ali Ibn Abi Talib. So within me is unfolded the entire universe.
The entire universe.
Is it?
Is it?
And from Buddhism, all that we are is the result of all we have thought. The mind is everything we think, we become. What we think, we become. And when you leave the sanctuary today, you'll see it on the outside of the double doors. Change your thinking, change your life. And the way to really say it in the way I like to say it now is it's really the belief behind your thinking that's creative. You can't fool Spirit. We're using these tools like affirmations and prayers to build to the 100%. So when we swipe across the forehead, it's 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. It's okay to start out at 0, at 1, and build your way up to 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. Does that make sense? All right, so this is a quote from Facebook. It was signed, "It's My Honor," from somebody named Chicarone. Chicarone. And it goes like this. I am open. Speak to my heart. Give me wisdom and a new start. Bring me to a whole new place. Show me blessings. Give me grace. Allow me to return to thee. The love in my heart you have given me. Spread my wings so I may fly. Let me see beauty before I die. Help me to be the best I can be and guide me to your destiny. Keep me strong and give me courage so I may walk without discouragement. Fill my heart with love and light. Fill my mind with all that is right. Fill my soul with inspiration and praise and comfort to face my human ways. Ask, you say, and just believe. All is given. You just have to receive. And so it is.
So it is. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Thank you. One thought that kept occurring to me during that is there's a way that they teach the 5 steps to children in children's classes. Makes it easy to remember. Yes, no, it's God is good, so am I, so it is, thanks, goodbye. I'll repeat that in case you want to write it down. God is good, so am I, so it is, thanks, goodbye. All engaged in one endeavor, one in spirit and one together, one in love and one forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
And now the ushers are coming forth. It's time for our conscious giving. If you want to bless your tithes and your gifts and your offerings, and you believe in this affirmation, you only want to repeat affirmations that you believe. Just say together with me, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world, and it returns to me multiplied abundantly. And so it is.
Thank you for giving, and thank you for receiving. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing, and thank you for believing. And thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are the vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And so the congregation, inviting you to outstretch your hands toward the offerings received. I think there's 1,600 people that follow our main Facebook page. Give $1, $5, $10, $20. Where are you watching from? 10,000, a million, however much you can give. Tell us from where and where you're watching. David will put the link in. Let's bless this and magnify it and multiply it to exactly what's needed for CRS Redlands to continue this another 70 plus years. It's amazing we've been here 70 some years, 72 years. Since 1954, charter signed by Holmes. Can you feel it? Oh, yeah. Declare the multiplicity of all of it, and so it is. Amen. All right, and Eileen's going to do the announcements. The microphone's right here for you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hi, y'all. If you are willing to make a regular weekly commitment to tithe to CRS Redlands, whether you attend in person or not, and if you are watching online, please message David, our mixer, if you are viewing remotely, or see me, Ed, Phil, Audrey, Holly, or any board member. We are still short of our goal to meet the minimum weekly expenses of $875 or more for our center to be able to continue to operate. Our annual congregational meeting is today, right here, right now, at 11:50, so please stay after the service. Monday, February 2nd is the next Divine Feminine Circle, 10 a.m. to 11:30 here in our sanctuary. It is lovingly facilitated by Gail Yandell and practitioner Susie Ammons. And ladies, it really is wonderful. I encourage you all to come and join in with them. It's great. Thursday, February 10th, 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. Sign up for a Zoom workshop called Breath of Life, facilitated by yoga instructor Anastasia in Ukraine. We have the link for you. We'll make sure that you all have that. Friday, February 20th, 6:30 p.m. is the next Inland Empire Almanac here in the sanctuary, hosted by Phil, that person right there. That's Phil.
When's the meeting supposed to break again? Is there a break time?
What?
It'll be like an hour.
Okay. Whatever he asked and whatever you said works for me. Also, I want you to understand now something. Season for Nonviolence happens every year. It begins January 30th and it goes till April 4th. 64 days, 64 ways for you to practice nonviolence. There is a little brochure that has been given out to you. If you have need for more, I have some on the back table. I'll be happy to give them to you. Take them home. Understanding the need for nonviolence right here and right now in our country is so very, very important. I also want to let you know that Audrey donated a whole lot of calendars for 2026, and they are on the table back there. So if you need a calendar, they're right back there, and there's quite a few of them, so help yourself. I thank you all again for being here. What a beautiful day this is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Annie. So if you grab the shakers, if you got them, I hear a couple. Pass them out if they're not out. There we go. Now I got to give you a little warning on this one. We've been doing this song here for quite a while, and today we're going to change it up a little bit, so just stay tuned. I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things look good. I discovered the error of my thinking, the lie at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Now pay attention to the screens, because there's a little change in the lyrics.